Now that emotional testimony in the gymnastics abuse case, dozens of victims confronted Team USA Dr. Larry Nassar with tears and anger about his crimes.
Cruz hopes that going public will force Hollywood to change.
It's like cutting a tree down by the leaves, because once that leaf is gone, the root is still there. We have got to battle at the root.
1 out of every 5 women will be sexually assaulted and raped before she reaches the age of 18. 1 out of 6 boys. If you are a woman of color and you are raped before you reach the age of 18, then you are 66% more likely to be sexually assaulted again.
My story, the events that happened in my life, started around the age of 8 when my stepdad came into my room for the first time and covered my mouth and whispered in my ear, "If you tell your mother, I'll kill her." I laid there petrified, not knowing what to do or say, knowing that how much I loved my mother at that time, and I was scared that he was really going to kill her if I said anything. And I didn't for 18 years. I never said anything. This is the first time that I really talked about it to anyone. There were times that if I didn't let him touch me, the beatings started. My mom was never around when that happened. But it was with his fist or his belt or a shoe or whatever he could get a hold of. And so I got tired of getting hit on, so I thought letting him touch me would be okay and it would stop the beatings. And it actually made it worse. I remember wanting to protect my little sister from him as well. And that's why the touching continued, so he wouldn't touch her. The sad part is that it put me in such a spot that I had no friends. Couldn't go stay anywhere because he wouldn't let me, because he was afraid I was going to tell somebody. He was diagnosed with cancer and died. So I never got to tell my story or make him go to jail for what he did wrong.
What would you say to someone who is struggling through maybe what you went through, or just like going through similar situations?
I would encourage them to seek help, even though I was one of the ones that didn't. I would encourage anybody who feels uncomfortable in a situation or being harmed or being touched or being beaten to find somebody that you trust, that you can talk to, a police officer, a counselor, principal, or a pastor, and fight, because it's not worth not fighting for. I have still to this day have nightmares in the dark, because that's when he would always attack me, was mainly in the dark when no one was looking. And I would hate for somebody else to have to live through that, because it's not living, it's dying, because you can't flourish when you're being abused, physically, mentally, or whatever abuse you're going through.
Whenever I decided to do this documentary, I had it all planned out. I was going to have me and my mother discuss some incidents that have happened in our life, and I feel like my mom really deserved to, have herself be heard by anyone who watches this documentary, she never really got the chance to speak up on what happened to her throughout her entire childhood, and I wanted to do the same thing. I feel like it would be really awesome if I did speak of the incident that happened to me and talk about how it doesn't define me, and it doesn't, but as much as I want to, I cannot speak about it. It really affected my life and how I see other people, and I wanted to so badly talk about it. I filmed ahead of time on what I wanted to talk about, and I couldn't edit it. I couldn't edit it no matter how badly I wanted to. I typically pushed it to the side, worked on literally anything else that I could potentially do, and it really upset me, and it took me like 2 whole weeks to decide that I really don't want to use this footage, that this incident that happened to me, just I can't put it out right now. Like, even though it happened so many years ago, like, I can't put it out. And in the beginning, this documentary was going to be about how sexual assault affects people of any age, and it still is. And I feel like people should know that this is how badly doing anything like this can affect somebody. Even after 5 years, a lot of times I trust the wrong people, I don't trust the right people, or I just don't trust anybody at all because I don't know them. And I want people to know that this is how it affects somebody. That it causes people like me to put my trust in people who really don't deserve it. The point I'm trying to get at right now is that I apologize that I cannot post my story no matter how badly I want to. It just makes me cry every time I think about it or look at the footage, so I deleted it. And that I hope that this documentary really proved to people how an incident like this can affect a person, whether they're a full-grown adult, a teenager, or whatever age they are, that this mentally messes with people. That after something like this happens, they are not the same person they used to be. Thank you for watching.
If you or someone you know has been a victim of abuse, please contact the National Sexual Assault Hotline. The number is 1-800-656-HOPE. That's 1-800-656-4673. Or you can go online to online.rain.org. They are anonymous and available 24/7. And remember, you are not alone.